Imagine this. Your child is 3 years old. Other kids at the playground are saying, "Mommy, look! Push me! Watch this!" But your child? He points. He grunts. He pulls your hand. And when someone asks his name, he looks down. You tell yourself, he's just a late talker. Boys talk later. My cousin didn't speak until 4. But deep down, you wonder, what if this isn't just late? What if it's something more? Today we're talking about speech delay, what it really is, how to recognize it early, and what every parent needs to understand before it's too late. The diagnosis that parents fear or ignore. Speech delay, sometimes labeled as delayed speech development, is typically identified in children under age 4. But here's where it gets complicated. In the US, professionals may use broader terms like developmental language disorder, DLD, speech sound disorder, expressive language delay, mixed receptive expressive language disorder. Because speech rarely exists in isolation, language, cognition, social interaction, they're all connected. According to the CDC, about 1 in 12 children ages 3 to 17 in the United States has had a disorder related to voice, speech, language, or swallowing in the past year. That's millions of children. And yet, many parents fall into one of 3 traps: panic, denial, dismissal. The most dangerous one? Denial. A real story. Meet Daniel. Daniel was 3 years and 2 months old when his preschool teacher pulled his mom aside. "He doesn't really talk," she said gently. At home, Daniel used maybe 5 words: ma, no, go, ball, mine. He didn't answer questions. He didn't combine words. When frustrated, he screamed. His mother told herself, "He understands everything. He's just stubborn." His dad talked late too. But when Daniel turned 4, something changed. The other kids were telling stories. Daniel was still pointing. By kindergarten screening, he couldn't retell a simple story, follow 2-step instructions consistently, identify basic colors reliably, form clear sentences. And now it wasn't just about talking. It was about reading, writing, confidence, friendships. According to the American Speech Language Hearing Association, ASHA, early language skills are one of the strongest predictors of later academic success, especially reading comprehension by 3rd grade. And the National Institute of Child Health and Human Development, NICHD, reports that children with early language delays are at significantly higher risk for reading difficulties and learning challenges if not addressed early. Daniel wasn't lazy, he was behind, and time was working against him. What is speech delay? Really? Speech delay isn't just talking late. It means a child's speech or language skills are developing significantly below age expectations. And there are 2 critical areas. 1. Expressive language, what the child can say. 2. Receptive language, what the child understands. Sometimes a child understands everything but doesn't speak much. Other times, they struggle to understand language at all. That difference matters. Early warning signs, age by age. Let's break this down clearly. Before 12 months, red flags include no response to sounds by 3 months, no babbling by 6 months, no gestures, waving, pointing, by 9 to 10 months, no response to their name by 9 to 12 months, no attempt to imitate sounds. According to the CDC developmental milestones, most babies babble by 6 months, respond to their name by 9 months, use simple gestures by 12 months. If these aren't happening, It's not too early to evaluate. 1 to 2 years old. By age 2, most children have at least 50 words. Combine 2 words, more juice, mommy up. Follow simple instructions. Point to familiar objects in books. If your 2-year-old uses fewer than 20 words, doesn't combine words, doesn't understand simple commands, relies only on gestures, that's not just personality. That's a developmental signal. 2 to 3 years old. By 3, most children use 3 to 4 word sentences, are understood by familiar adults most of the time, can follow 2-step instructions, can answer simple questions. If a 3-year-old uses mostly unclear sounds, cannot form basic sentences, struggles to understand directions, avoids verbal interaction, that's a strong reason to seek evaluation. 3 to 4 years old. At this stage, children should speak in full sentences, tell short stories, be understood by strangers about 75% of the time. If speech remains limited to vowel sounds, if consonants are consistently omitted, if grammar is severely impaired, waiting longer increases risk. The psychological impact no one talks about. Here's what's rarely discussed. Speech delay affects more than speech. It affects identity. Imagine knowing what you want to say, but not being able to say it. Frustration builds. Tantrums increase. Some children withdraw. Others become aggressive. Research published in the journal Child Development shows that early language difficulties are linked to increased emotional and behavioral challenges, including anxiety and peer rejection. Because language is how children negotiate, connect, ask for help, build friendships, when language is limited, social confidence suffers. And by elementary school, the gap can widen. The parent factor, hard truth. Here's the part that may be uncomfortable. If a professional raises concerns at age 3 and nothing is done, by age 7, the academic gap can become much harder to close. Early intervention works. According to the National Institutes of Health, NIH, early speech-language therapy significantly improves long-term outcomes, especially when started before age 5. The brain is most plastic in early childhood. Waiting doesn't help the brain catch up. Stimulation does. Intervention does. Consistency does. So, what should parents do? Let's move from fear to action. 1. Trust your instinct. If something feels off, evaluate. 2. Request a screening. In the U.S., children under 3 can access early intervention services through state programs, IDEA Part C. After 3, evaluations are available through public school systems. 3. Get hearing tested. Hearing issues are a common hidden cause. 4. Increase language exposure at home. Instead of shoes, say, let's put on your blue shoes. First one foot, then the other. Narrate life. Describe everything. Pause and wait for response. 5. Play with purpose. Language grows through interaction, not screens. Turn off background TV, get face-to-face, play imitation games, use sound effects, read daily. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, interactive reading and responsive conversation dramatically improve vocabulary growth in early childhood. Daniel's turning point. Daniel's mom finally scheduled a full evaluation at 4 years old. He qualified for speech therapy twice a week. At home, they read nightly, reduced screen time, modeled sentences, encouraged choices. Do you want milk or juice? 6 months later, he said his first full sentence, "Mommy, I want red car." It wasn't perfect grammar, but it was communication. By first grade, Daniel was reading slightly below average, but catching up, because intervention started before the window closed. The truth parents need to hear. Speech delay is not a life sentence. It is a signal that the brain needs support, and support works. The real danger isn't the diagnosis. The real danger is ignoring it. If your child is quiet, listen. If professionals raise concerns, listen. If your instincts whisper, listen. Because behind every silent child is a mind full of thoughts waiting for words, and you have the power to help those words come out. If this video helped you, subscribe for more science-backed parenting insights.